Or
Good
afternoon.
morning. Good afternoon, actually. About an hour and 30 minutes, the two met, and the president described it as an excellent meeting, and the foundation of this meeting was to make sure the transition between President-elect Donald Trump and the President of the United States, Barack Obama, is a smooth one, and that when Donald Trump arrives as the 45th President of the United States, that transition has adequately prepared him and his White House staff for the challenges ahead. In his remarks, we are told from the White House pool, President-elect Trump described the president as a fine man and said, as he is president, he would turn to President Obama for advice and counsel. Gail, back to you.
All right, thank you very much. Major CBS News political director and Face the Nation moderator John Dickerson is with us at the table. 1 hour and 31 minutes. Seems like a long meeting.
Yeah, you can't just do small talk for that period of time. Every time Barack Obama says President-elect or Mr. President-elect, it moves one frame farther from the campaign and more into moving Donald Trump into the job of the presidency. And you can see Barack Obama working hard. And, you know, he said something very similar to President George W. Bush. I'm going to call on you whenever I need it. George W. Bush said, you'll be getting enough advice when you're in office.
And a wide-ranging meeting suggests a number of things touched upon. We know foreign and domestic policy, two of them.
Josh, the video of the meeting is just in. Let's take a look.
Ready? Okay. Well, I just had the opportunity to have an excellent conversation with President-elect Trump. It was wide-ranging. We talked about some of the organizational issues in setting up the White House. We talked about foreign policy. We talked about domestic policy. And as I said last night, my number one priority in the coming 2 months is to try to facilitate a transition that ensures our president-elect is successful. I have been very encouraged by the, I think, interest in President-elect Trump's wanting to work with my team around many of the issues that this great country faces. And I believe that it is important for all of us, regardless of party and regardless of political preferences, to now come together, work together, to deal with the many challenges that we face. And in the meantime, Michelle has had a chance to greet the incoming First Lady, and we had an excellent conversation with her as well, and we want to make sure that they feel welcome as they prepare to make this transition. And most of all, I want to emphasize to you, Ms. President-elect, that we now are going to want to do everything we can to help you succeed, because if you succeed, then the country succeeds. Please.
Well, thank you very much, President Obama. This was a meeting that was going to last for maybe 10 or 15 minutes, and we were just going to get to know each other. We had never met each other. I have great respect. The meeting lasted for almost an hour and a half, and it could have, as far as I'm concerned, it could have gone on for a lot longer. We really, we discussed a lot of different situations, some wonderful and some difficulties. I very much look forward to dealing with the president in the future, including counsel. He explained some of the difficulties, some of the high-flying assets, and some of the really great things that have been achieved. So, Mr. President, it was a great honor being with you, and I look forward to being with you many, many more times in the future. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everybody. We are not going to be taking any questions. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Here's a good rule. Don't answer the questions when they just start.
It's always the last one.
Come on, guys. Yeah, come on, guys. Let's Let's go.
Very good man.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. Thank you, guys.
Over the very distracting camera clicks, that was President Obama and President-elect Trump at their historic meeting at the White House. John Dickerson is with us once again. I thought it was interesting that President Obama says right away, good advice, don't answer any questions right away.
Yeah, news you can use
Yes.
to the new president. George W. Bush's same equivalent to that was to tell Barack Obama, get hand sanitizer because you're going to shake a lot of hands. Donald Trump was at pains there repeatedly. He said he has great respect. It was a great honor. Then at the end, to get a word in, the last word was not about Donald Trump, but about the president. Very good man, very good man,
Yes.
he said twice.
Yes.
Think of all of the things that he has said during the campaign, and then for that 5 years where he said he was not a legitimate president. This is an attempt to turn the page and have a very different kind of moment.
He started that on Tuesday night, an attempt to turn the page. He was very conciliatory.
And he said, Donald Trump said this was scheduled, perhaps could have gone just 10 to 15 minutes, but we went almost an hour and a half and could have gone much longer.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot going on in the world. I thought it was interesting. Also, high-flying assets. There's a man from the real estate.
And he said he would seek his counsel.
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting. I thought that was interesting. Thank you, John.
Thank you, John. Our coverage will continue throughout the day, meanwhile, here on the CBS station and on our 24-hour streaming network, CBSN. There will be a complete wrap-up as well tonight on the CBS Evening News with Scott Belly.
This has been a CBS News Special Report. I am Gail King with John Dickerson and Josh Elliott, CBS News, New York.